The Mistra SAMS program is very important at this moment where, as a planet, we're facing climate and ecological crisis. And also, we have serious public health problems of air pollution and crashes. Building a sustainable mobility system that creates access is very, very important to basically better lives for us and also for our planet. So it deals with a lot of different problems and helps us imagine a more exciting future that allows more access and different mobility that will be healthier and better for the planet and for us.
And what makes Mistra SAMS research interesting?
The research is very interesting because it takes an innovative living lab approach. And this approach means that researchers get out of the ivory tower and are on the ground working with diverse people, with the city, with the government, with citizens, with private sector actors, businesses, some of whom are providing new mobility services like scooters and bike shares. And these are a resource for improving our communities and making them less dependent on just one mode, which has often created a lot of problems, and that is the car. So what's really exciting is that Mistra SAMS research team is going into a real community, neighborhood, working with diverse actors and experimenting on ways that we can really upgrade the mobility and access experience in those places. And then from that very concrete learning of how to improve things can spread messages and ideas to make sure that this helps with a broader structural change. So it's very, very exciting to see this kind of experimental living lab, very engaged approach.
And what challenges are Mistra SAMS addressing? And what is your thoughts on these challenges?
So there are a lot of challenges associated with the way that we have built our cities and our neighborhoods in our cities, including the suburban areas where Mistra SAMS has focused. We have, by privileging one mode, which is the car, and more spread out land use, we have restricted our choices for mobility options, and we've often forced ourselves into less active modes of taking a kind of private transport everywhere and doing a lot of trips, which is costly in many different ways. So the Mistra SAMS really helps us deal with this everyday challenge of creating better systems and access for choice for people, while at the same time addressing really important environmental and public health issues, which is to really reduce our emissions, which is really critical for addressing our climate crisis. So I think these are the challenges that Mistra SAMS is really addressing and trying to come up with very concrete ways to overcome. And these are absolutely critical challenges of our time. So I'm really excited to see this work moving forward and being used at higher levels in the government, the policy world, to really move us towards healthier, more climate-friendly and human-friendly communities in our cities.
So I have a bonus question. The results of Mistra SAMS, can they be used in other parts of the world, in other settings?
I think that we can both take the approach, the experimental living lab approach, to other contexts, and I do think that some of the results are very applicable to many different parts of the world where we see cities with large suburban areas that are very poorly serviced by public transit modes and other mobility services. And this is a huge problem for young people, for elderly people, people with disabilities, or basically a lot of people who don't drive or don't want to drive. So I think that those problems are very important to address all over the world, and I think many of the insights that Mistra SAMS has brought to the fore can be used in different parts of the world and help provoke similar kinds of questioning of the way we have built our cities and help us reimagine a different way.
Thank you.
My pleasure.